I'm gonna record this because I can do it. Um, um, no, I'm not on heroin. No, I'm not using drugs. I'm drinking. Anyway, getting away from my disarray, which is substantial. There was potentially a significant problem at the Super Bowl yesterday. It was Sunday. Um, Now there was also a potential problem at the Super Bowl in 2013. That there was. I mean, that Super Bowl, they had this unexplained power outage, and that is pretty much indicative of terrorist activity. Now the problem is that terrorists like to get lots of publicity. Terrorists like the Big Bang. Now the British, of course, the British, they had they didn't have a stock market per se, but then they had a stock market, and then they called it the Big Bang, which was, of course, the emergence of their stock market. It's like that. It's almost like the emergence of something so foreign, so unreal, so bizarre that you can't actually understand what it's doing. So anyway, and then there's also this lone wolf phenomena, which of course you understand is someone that does not have any connections to a known terrorist organization like Al Qaeda, who decides, like in that Aurora Theater disaster, goes someplace and just kills a lot of people with an automatic weapon. The lone wolf, and of course sometimes they just they just attach a bomb to themselves and blow their ass up. The lone wolf. Now, according to Homeland Security, which of course is phenomenal. Who am I? I'm Operations Officer at Windfall. I work for the CIA. I've been told that I have to drink. I says, why? I says, that's your job. My job is to. No, it's protection. If you drink, you're less prone to being compromised. I says, you mean drinking actually helps me? They said, yeah, don't you notice that? Well, actually, I do. I notice that quite a lot. When I drink to a certain level, only to a certain level, I mean, if I drink too much, then it doesn't help. But if I drink just the right amount, just the perfect amount, then I am protected against, well, evil things, which of course are disgusting. But anyway, so the most recent Super Bowl was, of course, uneventful, except it was extremely strange because it was the score was 43-8. The Seattle Seahawks won over the Denver Broncos 43-8. That seems very strange. Actually, if I was a bookie, let's say I was a bookie, and I was trying to grasp, trying to get the economics straight, I would think there was something a little fixed about that whole game. I mean, I was thinking that maybe the Denver Broncos threw the game, but I can't prove it. But I've heard people talk about that. I mean, today actually I was at the coffee shop, and they said some guys were talking about, I think the Denver Broncos threw the game, but I says, well, how do you know that? And I says, well, it just seemed like too lopsided. But anyway, getting away from that for a minute. Another thing that really upset me was Macy's has a holiday parade every year in Seattle. And I was at the holiday parade, And they have Black Friday the day after Thanksgiving, and then it was on Saturday, the day after that. And this holiday parade in Seattle was unfortunately marred by a particular kind of a strange thing perched high above, like a dome. Not really a dome, more like a clock on 4th Avenue in Seattle, about 4th and Union. I was very disturbed by it. I actually was there, and I was taking some video, and I was watching. I went over to where the Santa Claus was going back and forth. I notified the lawful authorities, of course, you know, it could be the King County Sheriff's Department or the FBI or the Seattle Police Department. I told them that I think there was something very spurious going on, and they took note, and they said, no, Operations Officer Windfall. I said, they know me. Oh, God, they do. They said, we don't think there's actually anything spurious, but we're going to keep an eye on it. So they made their rounds, and they went back and forth, up and down, up and down. And, of course, nothing happened. Now, of course, you know, this Seattle Seahawks has a parade that begins on 4th and Denny and proceeds down to CenturyLink Field beginning at 11 a.m. on Wednesday, February 5th, 2014. And, you know, the team's going to be there, and everybody's going to be happy, and it's going to be like totally wild, and a lot of drinking and drug use and thievery and robbery and rape and pillage. And I don't have to be there. I mean, I'm going to actually be in Renton. We're going to Renton because I'm going to go to Walmart because I got to get some toothpaste. That's all I can say. I mean, I'm totally out of toothpaste. I can't brush my teeth. So, that being said, I'm leaving Governor Christie to his inevitable attack scenario. Attack. Oh, man, that guy's being attacked totally. I mean, and then the guy Seymour, oh, man, he was so good. Charlie Wilson's War was so good. And he played the CIA spook. And he was so good. And I just loved that movie. And I just wanted to, you know, I mean, and then and then in the film, one of the IMF films, the Mission Impossible films, he played such a good spook, scary guy that I could have, you know, never mind. But I hate junkies. I actually wrote a story about a junkie called The Life. It's about a junkie named Jack LaRue. But with that in place, and I won $50 when I was in Oklahoma State University. I have to say that. I'm going to leave that go. But the most important thing you have to remember is that I am not God. If I'm God, somebody prove it to me. I mean, just, you know, if I'm God, just give me the proof. I mean, give me the fucking proof. I mean, give me the proof. That's all I want to know. Where's the goddamn proof that I'm God? I mean, really. I mean, if I'm God, prove it! If I'm not, then prove that too. If I'm the devil, well, you can prove that too. If I'm Martha Stewart, prove that too. If I'm pretty, well, you can't prove that because I'm fucking ugly. The president didn't have any public schedule today, which was good because totally fucking wiped out. I mean, I'm going to totally be wiped out. The games in Sochi, or Russia, I'm extremely concerned about because they have these guys that are running around, ready to blow things up. And I really like Putin. I love Putin. Why? Because I love the KGB. And why do I love the KGB? Because I know people that work in the KGB, and they're so good. They're so sweet. They are so literary. I mean, they're totally well informed, well read, and I love educated people. I don't like stupid people. I like smart people. So I want to be very careful to protect my friends. And actually, I have a passport. I have a U.S. passport right in my breast pocket. And I'm going to get on a plane tomorrow. No, not tomorrow. After I see the Seattle Seahawks have their parade. After that, I'm going to get on a plane at SeaTac Airport. I'm going to fly to Russia. I'm going to attend the games because I want to. I mean, I love sports. I love skinny skiing. So anyway. So I'm going to go there. I'm going to attend the Olympics because I have lots of money. Why do I have lots of money? Because the CIA pays me so well. They pay me like hundreds of thousands of dollars. Not really. They don't pay me shit. Well, I have to rob banks to actually, survive. I guess technically that's a crime, but the FBI is not technically pursuing me because they think I'm one of their own. When's the last bank? What bank did you rob? I robbed a Wells Fargo on 4th Avenue in Seneca yesterday. I got $5,000. That's not much, is it? That's enough for a plane ticket. Anyway, this is all operation officers. Drunk motherfucking Windfall. Signing off. I have one little thing I have to say. There is a considerable opinion, according to Hillary Clinton, i.e. my boss, that a tactical nuclear weapon is possibly going to be used in a terrorist attack, possibly at the Olympic Games in Russia. And I'm really terribly concerned about that because that would precipitate the most amazingly devastating series of events that would lead to Armageddon. That means Russia would attack the United States. If they didn't attack the United States, they would attack Saudi Arabia. They would attack Iran, and then they would attack Israel, and Israel would attack them, and then it would just be a total fucking furball. Have you ever been in aerial combat? That's what you have. You have a fucking furball. And this would be the end of everything. So I don't want anyone with a tactical nuclear weapon, which I think is probably the most probable scenario that would occur. It wouldn't be a strategic nuclear weapon. It would be a tactical nuclear weapon, such as a Davy Crockett tactical weapon, which is unfortunately been kind of easily obtained because of the Air National Guard, Army National Guard back in the 1960s, which evidently they were kind of easily to grab. So anyway, I just don't want anyone to blow up anything in Russia during the Olympic Games, the Winter Olympic Games. I mean, this is a gospel truth. I don't want anybody to do anything to my friend, my good friend, Putin. If they do anything to Putin, I will kick their fucking ass. And you don't want the fucking devil to kick your ass because the devil has lots of power. Anyway, this is Operation Officer Windfall. Signing off. It is now 14:48. Universal. No, wait a minute. It's now 1500 Greenwich Mean Time. It's 1500 Greenwich Mean Time. I don't know. I just was too drunk. I don't know.